Major Harkin, Major Tony Harkin. He's someone who's been near and dear to the hearts of all the people standing in this room, especially this side of the room, all the informaticist folks. Happy to have Tony here. Tony started his military service back in '84, right?
84, Air Force.
That was before me, so that was pretty good. He came in as a young guy with hair. Back then, he showed me a picture. He came in the Air Force and he knew he wanted to help people, but he wasn't quite sure, what part he wanted to help. So he started with the mouth. You're an oral technician, right?
Dental lab tech, made teeth.
Oh, you made teeth. Okay, so he was helping people so they could eat and smile nicely.
That's right. Decided
he wanted to actually interact with the people who he was helping, so he went to nursing school back in, graduated in 93, and then he was still in the Air Force at the time, right?
No, I got out of the Air Force.
Reserve.
Got in the Air Force Reserve for a little while, but it conflicted with year-round school, and then finished my degree. And I've never had very good hearing, and Air Force told me, nope, we won't take you. I tried again the next year. The Air Force said, nope, we won't take you. Tried the Navy. They said, nope, we won't take you. Tried the Army. That was last ditch thing. Because Marines wouldn't take you.
That wasn't in his bio.
Well, the Air Force doesn't have a real high opinion of the Army, so that kind of rubbed off. So the Army said nope, and so then I went to the reserves, and the Army Reserve said, well, the Air Force took you, I guess we can. And then I applied, after 9/11, I applied to go active duty, and the guy said, this is my last day, and he said, I'll pass this along. Didn't hear anything until a year later. Someone called and said, we found your packet, are you interested in getting in? So I got in the Army. So the good thing about the Army, I did badmouth it a little bit, is there's a lot of opportunity. I worked in the civilian world, and in civilian world, you pretty much get locked down to what you're doing. It's really hard to move up. So I'm appreciative of the opportunity that's been given.
So I'll tag team out of that. So I met Tony in, let's see, about 4 years ago in Hawaii. He came to us from Fort Hood, where he had been working in the perioperative area, running a same-day surgery area. And for whatever reason, the powers that be gave him to me as my pulmonary head nurse, pulmonary clinic head nurse. And Tony got to grow a lot in that job. We spent a lot of time together as he learned how to work in medicine and work with some interesting people that he learned a lot of human dynamics. So eventually got to go back to his love. We got him into the same-day surgery area again, where he ran our same-day surgery clinic and preoperative area, which he did very well. Participated in a couple black belt projects. Really saw Tony grow as a man who could see efficiency, and also had a lot of ideas that were other people just couldn't see. I don't know if I would say it out of the box, or if I just say that Tony could see things from an angle that some of us had blind spots to. So always had a plethora of good ideas, was able to put those into practice. He had a wonderful unit practice council that he was able to manage in a shared governance type of environment, and it showed that showed a lot of humility, because it's difficult as a manager to allow your staff to own some of their own practice, and Tony did, and was able to steer that ship. And during that whole time, he was getting his master's degree, because he and I had a talk one day, and I said, what are you going to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? And he said, oh, I know what I want to do. And he went off and did it. Got out in line and worked with Walden, and got his master's, and worked with some very good clinical informatics nurses in Hawaii, and learned his craft. And he came here for that job, and he spent the last year training for it, and finally he's going to have that clinical nurse informatics officer position that he's worked so hard for. So I've been very proud to work with Tony for the past 4 years. I couldn't believe that I followed him here, but it was good. It worked out nicely that we could have that culmination. So when that board came out and I saw Tony's name on it, I was his biggest fan. I'm very excited for it. So I'm proud today to have the opportunity to promote you, Tony, to your next rank. So let's go ahead and make that happen.
Attention to orders. Headquarters, Department of the Army, Washington, D.C., dated 19 July 2011. The President of the United States has reposed official trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Anthony J. Harkin. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated potential for increased responsibilities, he is therefore promoted to Lieutenant Colonel with a date of rank of 1 August 2011 by order of the Secretary of the Army. Eddie.
You didn't take too much time, did you? No, it's everything, didn't you?
All right, you want to go ahead and put it up?